what's going on, everyone? Shane Raines with Dog Talk West Virginia, and as I promised, I finally tracked these boys down. They've been super busy, and with me today, Lucas Wright, Dakota Stout, Lewis County High School. These are your 2018-2019 Bass Nation of West Virginia Team Trail Champions. Guys, I know we've talked a bunch on and off. Been trying to get this set up, but congratulations to the both of you. I know from what you all have told me, you all have worked your butts off. So let's rewind just a little bit. Like I said, these are your trail champions for this year for Bass Nation West Virginia High School. Let's rewind. Where did you all get your start fishing? I mean, have you always been bass fishermen?
I have.
I wasn't really the most. I met him, well, he moved to my school, and he was in my class, and I didn't really talk to him for about the first 2 weeks, and we became friends, and I went to his house, and he said, "You want to go bass fishing?" I said, "Sure." I don't really do it much, so I showed up with a bag of big bite baits and an old bait caster I barely knew how to use. He said, "I'll teach you something." So we got him fish, and got like, he said, "Want to fish in tournaments?" I said, "Sure."
So was your all's relationship as far as fishing tournaments, did it start, I mean, first tournaments you all fished were for the high school?
No, I fished a couple juniors.
Okay.
For the Federation.
Nice.
And then I got switched over to here.
So worked your way through the junior division, now in the high school division.
I started in the high school.
And you started, right.
We won our first tournament ever.
So the first tournament, so we'll rewind just a hair. These boys actually paired up, decided they were going to start fishing the high school trail with each other. And being from Lewis County, first tournament was?
Mon River.
On the Mon River.
Yep.
Okay, for the first year. So this will be your all's?
My third year and his fourth.
Third year, fourth year, but how many years together, fishing together? 3 years fishing together. So first tournament, Mon River, what happens when you go up there?
Oh, it was slow, really slow. No, I caught a couple short fish, and he got onto a good smallmouth. It was probably 2-pound smallmouth, wasn't it? Then we get about 2 hours later, probably hooked into a real good largemouth, and we're like, don't know how good we're going to do. Get back to weigh-ins, and nobody had fish. We're like, we might win this. So we came up there, we went with like probably 5 pounds.
First tournament, you know, most people would think that would be a curse.
I went out there and I had no clue what I was doing out there with Wacky Cinco all day long.
But as you've heard here today,
exactly, Wacky Cinco.
What we all first start out fishing with is a lot of times a wacky rig Cinco, and what do you know? This is what wins big tournaments too.
Works.
These techniques do continue to produce fish. So let's fast forward a little bit. Y'all fish a few years together. Y'all win your first tournament ever together. Coming into this season, which would actually, for the folks at home that don't realize this, the season is actually split up kind of in half. So for the first 3 tournaments are in the fall, and then you finish up in the spring for the final tournament. There's 4 team trail tournaments. So this year, we're going to fast forward. I know I talked to you all, and you all have. It's been on and off. It's a grind. It's fishing.
Yep.
Well, people don't realize no one's at the top 24/7, and
That's
you know
it's fishing.
It's fishing, not catching. So give the folks at home a little rundown on the hard work that you all put in leading up to this year, and we'll give them a little rundown on how the actual season went for you all to get to this point.
Yeah, well, when was our first tournament this year? Stonewall?
No. Yeah.
Stonewall kicked off. I believe Stonewall was your first tournament.
We won it. We got first place.
Of course, these are hometown boys here, right here. It's Lewis County, Stonewall, Jackson Lake, and they go out and win the very first tournament of the 2018-19 season. So, fast forward, second stop, Burnsville. How y'all do at Burnsville?
Oh, that was a tough one.
We actually had a good tournament. It was tough, but we finished out good with a good bag, second.
But it was a tough tournament.
Yeah, it was tough, but.
Okay, well, let me ask you this before we jump into the third stop, because this is where things kind of get a little interesting after doing my research. But so when you're having a really tough tournament, okay, things are not going the best that obviously as anglers we plan them to go. You go pre-fish, and a lot of times you show up at the tournament and things change, and you have to adapt. So how do you two, and if you could share this, we'll say it's a tip for another angler, maybe another high school angler. What would you say to another angler saying when things get tough, what would be the tip that you would give them to keep your head in the game?
keep your head up, keep your line wet. That's all I can say. Keep
Fish your
fishing. Don't
confidence
put your
baits.
rod down. Keep a line in the water.
That's what I do.
What was it?
Fish your confidence bait.
Fish your confidence bait. See, that's funny you say. I was just having a conversation with actually Brian Fitzgerald this morning about that, and that is important.
Yep.
If you're not confident with what's on the end of that line, then you're already a step behind. You're already a step behind. So as you hear, they put their head down, they ground it out, and guess what? Second place finish. So in your heads, you got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
You got to be feeling pretty daggone good about the way the season's going.
Yep.
And then we just talked a second ago. So then Sutton comes up, and Sutton was
bad.
Tough for everyone.
Yeah.
It was
Very,
tough for
very,
everyone.
very
We were
tough.
up there
Yeah, it
with
was
the boys, and it was a very tough tournament. So
Yeah.
what happens at Sutton?
We blank. It was
Blanket Sutton. So for the folks at home that don't maybe tournament fish all the time and really fish, say, a series where points matter. They win a tournament, they finish second in the tournament, they show up at the third tournament, there's only 4 and they blank. That is probably one of the biggest kick in the guts that an angler would have when you're really feeling well about leading up to possibly a points championship.
yeah.
So you blank. I checked the stats. So that actually dropped you all into, I believe, second place going into the final tournament at Summersville. And of course you got to remember, this is a huge gap into the spring. So you got all these months of planning and tons of things going on over the holidays. So they jump right into the spring, get to Summersville. Weather was it was a little rainy, a little windy that day, and you all end up where?
6th place.
6th place. These boys put their head down and they fished their tails off all season. When they were down, they got up, and I got to congratulate you two on a phenomenal season. You all deserve the biggest applause from all your other anglers that y'all fish against, because you all y'all made the right decisions, and y'all outcompeted everybody, and you all absolutely earned your right to hold up that Team Trail Championship plaques like you all did at Summersville. So I want to congratulate both of you. And so if you don't know, by these boys winning that, they are going to Kentucky Lake National Championship in August. So I'm telling you better watch out for these boys. These boys put their head down and they tear it up out there, and they deserve a huge congratulations. So thank you all.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Best of luck, Kentucky Lake in August.
Yep.
And as always, we will see you on the water. If you like what you see, subscribe now. Like and share with your friends, and also hit that bell icon to be notified when a new video drops.